StiffMeister, thank you for the quick response. When you had made, I think it was your original video maybe, or somewhere in the comments where Shafe was talking when we were discussing love, a couple of things ran through my mind. First was the song from Night at the Roxbury, that whole, what is love? Baby, don't hurt me no more. Your mileage may vary. That joking notwithstanding. Second thing was, and I can't remember if it was from Spencer's 7 Habits of Highly Effective People or Lessons from an Ugly Old Man. They referred to love as a verb. So specific to marriage counseling. Now this is, going back to the religious thing, this is particularly in a Christian ministry context. Because you're right in your observation of me basing love off of what it is that my faith tells me love should be. So within my humble and perhaps misguided understanding of love, the description that you made of seeing a person and getting a feeling of this person, butterflies in the stomach, and wow, I want to pursue and be with this person. I'm weighing that up against the I will die for this person. If fate put me next to this person and they were set to die, I would die in their place. So an argument with the wife, maybe, as an example. You get frustrated over who should take out the trash with the person that you would take a bullet for. Love is a verb. Will AI be able to do that, right? Let's go back to the AI creation. My point I was making about musical or entertainment or educational production. When we're at a live musical event, whether it's jazz or we're very lucky to go to a big band thing a few months ago, there is, in my imagination, love coming from the players towards the audience, and then love extending back to them. What about a song makes your hair stand on end? Is AI going to be able to have that same feeling? Is it capable of that feeling? I am certain that it can and is capable of duplicating the perception of that feeling. But in your last video, something came to mind. And maybe this is the core difference. Digital versus analog. Everything for the AI is a switch. Now, with large language models and that sort of thing, there's been certainly a breakthrough in computing power as well as user interface. But hear me out on this other part. And this has somewhat to do with my career and occupation. There are instances where I have to analyze sine waveforms. And so take the anti-lock brake system on a vehicle. It gives a pulse at each wheel to tell a computer how fast each wheel is turning in relation to the other turning. So it counts the number of pulses, and it's a square wave. So imagine an ocean wave, but it's squared off. When it first came out, we didn't have the ability of a square wave, so it actually measured the peak and the trough of an analog wave. And there's been a steep learning curve in the processing power that sees digital versus analog, and it had to do with the people who make the sensors weren't the same people that made the computers that receive the signal. I think this is something similar with AI and large language models. As my voice coming through this thing, if you were here with me where I am right now, what you would hear is a different sound than what you're actually hearing over this internet. What you're hearing coming out of your computer is actually a square wave that mimics the trough, or has the multitude of variations that can mimic a very, like a dynamic reception of my prose, as I'm talking here. When in reality, that's not what you're listening to. It's just happening so fast that your mind can't consciously perceive it. I think there's a subconscious perception, though. And I think that what standard do we hold when it is that singularity? Alan Turing, one of your countrymen, and his Turing test, my understanding, and please research it if I'm not sure about this, but these large language models passed his test for artificial intelligence quite some time ago. And this is a man who was literally a genius in computing. Great topic. I feel like you and I are kind of, depending on how quick your response is going to be, we're tossing this thing back and forth a little bit. If one of our group, if anybody wants, I'll put a playlist together if necessary. Just let me know, and I'll do my best to kind of go back to the beginning. I feel like we've had some AI discussions a while back. I can't remember when it was. We could probably get on ChatGPT and fucking find out. I got to tell you though, I don't know if you play with this at all, Sned, but I started out with ChatGPT, and I was fascinated, played with it quite a bit, intrigued with it, the way that, kind of analyzing what I delusionally thought was potentially a new life form, something crazy like that. I mean, that's real crazy talk, but I prefer, out of all the different programs right now, I prefer to use Grok, the Tesla offering, just based on the spirit of what is said to be the goals of that particular system. I dig that better than Claude, definitely better than Google. However, the search engine and that has it linked. Makes me worry for what people are getting, or who gets to control the keys to the kingdom for that. If I don't know, I'm definitely rambling at this point. Hope everyone is good, and talk to y'all later.